Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another training video. As I suggest, I'm 3 days off from my show, and this morning I started going to do chest and back. So you can see here, I'm at LA Fitness to switch things up. And of course, just see where I'm at. I said, let me try to do 5x5, so let's put 25 on there to see if that felt good. It felt good. I'm like, you know what? I know people are saying like, well, just live light your last week. Just live lightweight, high reps your last month. I'm like, forget that, because that's how I lost most of the last time. So like, you know what? Forget that. Let me see what I can get for singles. I did 255, 9 pounds on my body weight. Boom, like it was nothing. Could on 265, but you know I ain't trying to snap my stuff up. Gotta give it a little bit aggressive, but not be too stupid with it. But anyway, right, doing 3 more sets of 225 by 5. Dropped the weight back down to 185 and did about 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps with reverse grip from 185. And from there, also had to get some back action in. So I did 3 sets of 8 by 10 with pronated grip, and then supinated grip right afterwards, bent over rows. So 185 pronated and then 135 supinated. But anyway, unfortunately, I know this is gonna be a longer video, and it's like one of those days, nothing too much happening in the news, either fitness-wise, geek-wise, or tech-wise, other than the fact that, hey, they just made an announcement that Assassin's Creed will begin an anime series coming out very soon, who be the same people that did the Castlevania series. So yeah, the same people doing the Castlevania Netflix series, which should come out later on this year, is also slated to do a Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed anime. So that'll probably be interesting, something to watch later on. Hopefully it's going to be on Netflix, and not something that's going to require you to pay hundreds of dollars for cable service to watch 2 channels. Because yeah, that's dead as a dinosaur, deader than Atari. Yep, it's definitely deader than Atari, because at least Atari still has products people actually still want. And yes, I went there on Comcast. Well, anyway, right here doing the bent on rolls. 1, 2, my favorite machine for chest was, of course, the hammer strip incline chest press. So, of course, I had to start 3 heavy sets with both arms. Then, of course, I dropped the weight in half and decided to go ahead and do a unilateral variation of it. We said at this point. And of course, so this video isn't too boring. I had to switch the camera angles up a little bit, so you see my chest being worked from different angles. And speaking about different angles, you may like the way I did this little side press edit, which you'll see within a few seconds. Yep, I actually decided to go ahead and use a selfie mode on my phone to get a closer angle of my chest, but it didn't work. And this is what it looks like from a distance, in case you guys can see exactly what I was doing. So yes, I mentioned earlier, side press, just switching up a little bit for you guys, so the foot doesn't look completely the same in every single video that I post. I want to make sure that I'm not super repetitive, which is why I'm not trying to do a video every single day, because I don't see the point in doing a training video every day of the week. If everything looks the same, I don't see the point. Well, anyway, had to go right back to doing back. So right now I'm doing some lat pull downs of this hamstring machine, and I like to get kind of this wide grip variation of the pull. I know some people are like, well, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Okay, look at this footage. I'm actually hitting a lot of my lat, or outer part of my lat, a lot harder doing this, and that's exactly what I was lacking last year on my show. So basically, I'm trying to actually build some gains, build some muscle in the area I was lacking. That's why I use that grip to actually hit the muscle. Because like I mentioned a million times before, there is no real textbook way to build muscle, especially in bodybuilding. You do what works best for your body. Everyone's body is different. We all have different joints, muscle bellies, and everything else within us. Therefore, it's not going to make any sense. As well as different limb lengths as well. So yeah, do what works best for your body so you don't snack this stuff up and actually get some gains and don't look like complete garbage when you go into the gym. But anyway, right after doing that, I had to go ahead and do this little bit of side pulling action right here. Definitely pulling my rear delts, definitely my lats and serratus, as you can see right here in this footage. And I had to do about 3 takes to get the right angle so it actually looked good on camera. But anyway, right doing that, went to this decline chest press machine. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to record this one, so yeah, apologize for the garbage angle, but yeah, that is a decline press that I'm doing. And it's kind of like, basically it is a hamstring machine, but it's a cable variation. There's also an incline variation of the same machine at a different gym, but unfortunately, as American Muscle will say, there are a lot of sandy people at that gym, so that's why you don't see me recording at the gym too often. Well, anyway, and yes, it is another LA Fitness. I went right back in the back, so I had to do my lat pull downs. So as you can see here, I'm doing a wide pronated grip supersetted with a close grip supinated grip, similar to what I do at my home gym most of the time, but this time with a cable and weights versus resistance bands. And of course, at that point, I decided to go ahead and do some pullovers to really hit my serratus and finish on my lats. And of course, right after doing the serratus pulls, I do something else that kind of works as a stretch motion for my chest and my lats. Of course, be chest flies, supersetted with rear delt flies, as you'll see right here in this clip. Good way to hit your chest, as well as your rear delts after you get done doing all your pushing and pulling. Also doing some lateral raises because, hey, having big lateral delts or side delts also makes your back look wider. So, hey, you know what? Every little bit helps. And, of course, while doing this, I'm like, okay, my chest was done, back was done. Might as well get a little bit of arm action in. Even though I know I'm doing shoulders and arms tomorrow, I'm like, you know what? Gotta look as best as I can on stage. So at this point, we're Ryan doing some bicep curls and some tricep extensions. Also some ab work, but that part of the gym was actually super crowded even early in the morning, the day after a holiday. Don't ask me how that happens, but it actually happened. Plus, looking at ab work all day on a KO machine gets boring after a while, so I'll save you guys some trouble. just letting you guys know it's the oblique twist machine and the cable crunch machine, and that was it. Okay, as I mentioned many times already, the show is in 3 days. So here's what my physique looks like at this point. If you watched this long, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Till next time, peace out.